Have you ever felt like a prisoner in your own mind, trapped by endless loops of doubt, fear, and negative thinking that seem to control your every move? Imagine for a moment that your thoughts are not just random whispers, but powerful architects of your reality. Each thought a brushstroke painting the landscape of your life. What if I told you that the mind you've been living with, the one that races with anxieties, drowns in self-criticism, and keeps you stuck in familiar patterns, is just a fraction of your true potential? What if you could become the master of your thoughts instead of being mastered by them? Throughout human history, the greatest leaders, philosophers, and innovators understood a profound secret. True power lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in commanding the inner landscape of your consciousness. From ancient meditation masters in Himalayan monasteries to modern neuroscientists exploring the depths of human potential, there's a revolutionary understanding emerging. Your thoughts are not just passive experiences, but active creators of your destiny. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight of every thought that has ever held you back. The whispers of "I can't," the echoes of past failures, the shadows of self-doubt. Now imagine those thoughts transforming, becoming tools of empowerment, catalysts of growth, bridges to your most extraordinary self. In the moments ahead, we will explore a path that challenges everything you thought you knew about your mind. A journey that will reveal how you can break free from mental limitations, harness the incredible power of conscious thinking, and design the life you've always dreamed of, but never believed was possible. Are you ready to master your mind and unlock your true potential? I'll craft the introduction section following the guidelines for the script on Master Your Mind and Control Your Thoughts for Success. Introduction to the topic. Welcome to a transformative exploration of the most powerful tool you possess, your mind. In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden mechanics of thought, revealing how your mental patterns shape every aspect of your existence, from your deepest relationships to your most ambitious goals. This isn't just another self-help lecture. This is a profound journey into understanding the intricate landscape of human consciousness. We'll pull back the curtain on how thoughts operate, their incredible power to create or destroy, and most importantly, how you can take control. Think of your mind as an advanced operating system. Right now, most people are running an outdated software of limiting beliefs, unconscious patterns, and inherited mental scripts. These programs run in the background, silently dictating your choices, your emotions, and ultimately, your life's trajectory. But what if you could upgrade that system? What if you could rewrite the code of your thinking? Throughout this video, we'll explore practical strategies that go beyond traditional advice. We're not talking about simple positive thinking or surface-level motivation. We're discussing a fundamental rewiring of your mental infrastructure, a complete transformation of how you perceive, process, and project your thoughts. You'll discover the science behind thought formation, the neurological pathways that cement our beliefs, and the revolutionary techniques used by top performers, spiritual masters, and peak achievers to master their mental landscape. From understanding the quantum nature of consciousness to practical mindfulness techniques, we'll provide you with a comprehensive toolkit for mental mastery. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand your thoughts, you'll know how to command them. You'll learn to distinguish between the noise of conditioned thinking and the wisdom of your authentic self. You'll gain the ability to create mental space, cultivate intentional thinking, and design the life you truly desire. This is more than information. This is your invitation to mental liberation. Are you prepared to take control of the most powerful technology you'll ever own? Your mind? Background or history section. The quest to understand and control our thoughts is as old as human consciousness itself. Ancient philosophical and spiritual traditions have long recognized the profound power of the mind, viewing it not just as a processing center, but as a fundamental creative force that shapes our entire reality. In ancient India, yogic traditions spoke of chit vritti, the fluctuations of the mind, thousands of years before modern psychology emerged. Philosophers like Patanjali documented intricate techniques for mental discipline, understanding that true mastery comes from observing and directing one's thoughts rather than being controlled by them. The Vedic scholars saw the mind as a powerful instrument that could be tuned, much like a musical instrument, to create harmony in one's life. Eastern philosophies weren't alone in this understanding. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece, including Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, developed complex frameworks of mental resilience. They taught that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our interpretation of those events. This radical idea suggested that our thoughts are not passive experiences, but active choices we make moment by moment. In the scientific realm, the groundbreaking work of pioneers like William James in the late 19th century began to bridge spiritual insights with psychological research. James, often called the father of American psychology, proposed revolutionary ideas about consciousness, suggesting that our thoughts are not just random neurological events, but dynamic processes that can be consciously shaped and directed. The 20th century brought remarkable advances in understanding the human mind. Neuroscientists discovered neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on our thoughts and experiences. This scientific breakthrough confirmed what ancient wisdom traditions had known for millennia. Our mental patterns are not fixed, but malleable and transformable. Modern research in quantum physics has further expanded our understanding, suggesting that consciousness itself might be a fundamental force of the universe. Pioneering researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza have demonstrated how intentional thought can create measurable changes in brain structure, immune function, and even genetic expression. From the meditative practices of Buddhist monks who can control their body temperature through mental concentration, to cutting-edge neurofeedback technologies used by elite athletes and corporate leaders, humanity has consistently sought ways to harness the mind's incredible potential. This isn't just a philosophical pursuit. It's a practical approach to human potential that bridges ancient wisdom and modern scientific understanding. We stand at a unique moment in human history where we can validate age-old insights with sophisticated scientific research, offering unprecedented opportunities for personal transformation. The journey to mastering your mind is not about suppressing thoughts, but about understanding them. It's about becoming the conscious architect of your mental landscape, transforming what was once an unconscious process into a deliberate, empowering practice. Main concept or exploration section. At the heart of mastering your mind lies a transformative understanding. Your thoughts are not passive experiences that happen to you, but active creations that you have the power to shape, direct, and ultimately control. Imagine your mind as a sophisticated ecosystem. Just as an ecosystem contains multiple interconnected elements, plants, animals, microorganisms, your mental landscape is composed of thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and neurological patterns. These elements are not static, but constantly interacting, growing, and responding to your conscious attention. The fundamental principle of thought mastery is awareness. Most people live on autopilot, allowing thoughts to drift like unanchored boats in a vast mental ocean. Thought mastery is about becoming the captain of that ocean, understanding the currents, navigating consciously, and ultimately charting your desired course. Consider the concept of cognitive filtering. Every moment, your brain processes millions of pieces of information, but only a tiny fraction enters your conscious awareness. This filtering system is shaped by your existing beliefs, past experiences, and habitual thinking patterns. These filters act like invisible gatekeepers, determining which thoughts get through and which are dismissed. Neurologically, this filtering happens in the reticular activating system, RAS, a network of neurons in your brainstem that acts like a sophisticated sorting mechanism. The RAS determines what you pay attention to based on what you consistently focus on. This means that if you consistently focus on limitation, your brain will become expert at finding evidence of limitation. Conversely, if you train your mind to focus on possibility and growth, your brain will become a powerful mechanism for identifying opportunities. Thought control isn't about suppressing or eliminating thoughts. That's impossible and counterproductive. Instead, it's about developing 3 critical skills. 1. Observation, learning to watch your thoughts without judgment, understanding their origin and pattern. 2. Interruption, consciously stopping unproductive thought patterns. 3. Redirection, intentionally guiding your thoughts toward constructive, empowering narratives. This process is similar to training a muscle. Just as you build physical strength through consistent exercise, you build mental strength through consistent, intentional practice. Each time you consciously interrupt a negative thought pattern and redirect it, you're creating new neural pathways, literally rewiring your brain's default operating system. Quantum physics offers an intriguing perspective on this process. At the subatomic level, particles exist in multiple potential states simultaneously. Only when observed do they collapse into a specific state. Similarly, your thoughts exist in multiple potential realities until you consciously choose and focus on a particular narrative. Practical thought mastery involves recognizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness observing those thoughts. This subtle but profound distinction creates immediate mental freedom. You're not trying to control every thought, but cultivating the ability to choose which thoughts you give energy and attention to. The most powerful individuals throughout history, leaders, innovators, spiritual masters, have understood this principle. They didn't try to eliminate doubt, fear, or negative thinking. Instead, they developed the skill of observing these thoughts without being consumed by them, maintaining an inner landscape of clarity and intentionality. Thought mastery is not a destination, but a continuous journey of self-discovery, awareness, and intentional creation. It's about becoming the conscious architect of your mental universe, moment by moment, thought by thought. Emotional and philosophical reflection section. In this moment of reflection, I want you to pause and consider a profound question. Who would you become if you were truly free from the mental patterns that have held you back? Close your eyes. Feel the weight of every belief that has ever limited you. Those whispers of, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or this is just how I am. They are not truths, but stories you've been telling yourself. Stories that have become so familiar, they feel like unbreakable chains. But what if these chains are nothing more than illusions, constructed from past experiences, inherited fears, and societal conditioning? What if your true self exists beyond these mental constructs, a boundless, creative, and infinitely capable being waiting to be unleashed? The journey of thought mastery is fundamentally a journey of self-discovery. It's an intimate confrontation with the most challenging terrain you'll ever explore, your inner landscape. This isn't about positive thinking or superficial affirmations. It's about radical honesty, about having the courage to look directly into the depths of your consciousness and recognize the stories that have been running your life. Every thought is a conversation you have with yourself. But most people are unaware that they're having this conversation. They're like actors reading a script written by someone else, believing it to be their only possible performance. Thought mastery is about becoming the playwright of your own life, consciously crafting the narrative instead of merely reciting predetermined lines. Consider the concept of personal mythology, the collection of beliefs, narratives, and interpretations that form your understanding of yourself and the world. Most of these mythologies are inherited, not chosen. They are handed down through family, culture, past experiences, and societal expectations. Thought mastery is the radical act of questioning these inherited narratives, of asking, who am I beyond these stories? This process inevitably brings discomfort. Growth always does. When you begin to challenge your established thought patterns, you'll encounter resistance. Your mind will fight to maintain its familiar territory, to keep you within the boundaries of what it considers safe. This resistance is not your enemy. It's a protection mechanism developed over years of survival. But true liberation requires stepping beyond protection into possibility. It demands that you become willing to feel uncomfortable, to sit with the uncertainty of letting go of old mental frameworks. It's about developing the courage to be a beginner again, to approach your thoughts with curiosity instead of judgment. Ultimately, thought mastery is a spiritual practice as much as a psychological one. It's about recognizing your thoughts as energy, malleable, transformative, and responsive to your conscious intention. It's about understanding that you are not a fixed identity, but a dynamic, evolving consciousness with infinite potential. Who could you become if you truly believed in your capacity for transformation? What dreams have you abandoned because your thoughts convinced you they were impossible? What version of yourself is waiting to emerge when you finally decide to take command of your mental landscape? These are not just questions. They are invitations to a profound journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Insights and Practical Application section. Transforming your thoughts from unconscious patterns to intentional tools requires practical, actionable strategies. Think of these techniques as a mental training program. Just as an athlete develops physical strength through consistent practice, you'll develop mental resilience through deliberate mental exercises. 1. The observation practice. The first step in thought mastery is developing metacognitive awareness, the ability to observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. Imagine your thoughts as clouds passing through the sky of your consciousness. You're not the clouds, you're the vast sky watching them move. Practical exercise. Set aside 10 minutes daily for thought observation. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply watch your thoughts without judgment. When a thought appears, acknowledge it and let it pass. Don't engage, don't argue, just observe. This practice gradually weakens the automatic grip of negative thought patterns. 2. Thought interruption and redirection. When you catch yourself in a negative thought spiral, use a deliberate interruption technique. Develop a personal pattern interrupt, a physical or mental action that immediately breaks the cycle. This could be saying "stop" out loud, snapping a rubber band on your wrist, taking 3 deep breaths, visualizing a stop sign. Immediately after interrupting, consciously redirect your thought to a constructive alternative. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm learning how to do this," or "This is challenging, and I'm capable of growing through challenges." 3. Neuroplastic visualization. Your brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Use this to your advantage through intentional visualization. Spend 5 to 10 minutes daily visualizing yourself successfully navigating challenges, embodying the mental state you desire. Key elements of effective visualization. Use all sensory details. Feel the emotions of success. Make the visualization as realistic as possible. Practice consistently. 4. The 4-7-8 thought reset technique. When overwhelmed by spiraling thoughts, use this breathing method. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold the breath for 7 seconds. Exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds. This technique activates your parasympathetic nervous system, shifting you from a reactive to a responsive mental state. 5. Belief deconstruction. Regularly audit your core beliefs. For each limiting belief, ask, where did this belief come from? Is this absolutely true? How would my life change if I didn't believe this? What evidence contradicts this belief? 6. Mental diet management. Just as you manage your physical diet, curate your mental diet. Be intentional about the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, the people you spend time with, the content you allow into your mental space. Practical implementation strategy. Start small. Don't try to implement all techniques simultaneously. Choose one technique and practice it consistently for 30 days. Track your progress in a journal. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Remember, thought mastery is not about perfection, but about consistent, incremental progress. Each moment you choose awareness over autopilot is a victory. Each conscious thought is a step toward mental freedom. As our exploration of mental mastery comes to a close, I want you to recognize something profound. You are standing at the threshold of a transformative journey. The power to reshape your life has always been within you, not in some distant future, but right here, right now, in this very moment. Thought mastery is not a destination you arrive at, but a continuous path of growth, awareness, and intentional living. The techniques we've discussed are not magic solutions, but powerful tools that require your commitment, patience, and consistent practice. I challenge you to make a bold commitment to yourself. Choose one technique from our discussion, just one, and dedicate yourself to practicing it daily for the next 30 days. Whether it's the observation practice, the thought interruption method, or the visualization exercise, consistency is your greatest ally in this transformation. Document your journey. Keep a journal of your experiences, your challenges, and your breakthroughs. Observe how your relationship with your thoughts begins to shift. Notice the subtle changes in your perception, your reactions, and your sense of inner peace. Share this knowledge. The most powerful way to integrate learning is to teach others. Discuss these insights with friends, family, or your community. By sharing your journey, you not only reinforce your own learning, but potentially illuminate the path for others struggling with their mental patterns. Remember, every great transformation begins with a single courageous choice. Today, you've armed yourself with knowledge. Tomorrow, you have the opportunity to apply that knowledge and begin rewriting the story of your life. Your mind is not your master. You are the master of your mind. Are you ready to begin? If this exploration resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to continue this journey of personal growth. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Engage with the techniques we've discussed. Spread this message of mental empowerment to those who might need it. The most powerful revolution happens within, and that revolution starts now.